What's up, Marvel collectors, and welcome back to another Funko Pop concept list here on Carbonite Collecting, a branch of the Carbonite Convos podcast and YouTube channel. This week we are doing Funko Pops we need from Thor: Love and Thunder. I know it's super overdue, but we are ready for this concept list. Alec, I'm ready. Are you?
I've been ready for months now, so we're a little behind, just like you said, but let's get this thing going, dude. We've been waiting long enough. So
Yes,
you want to lead us off?
Yes. So starting off, number one, we have Ravager Thor that is glow in the dark. This one is made by Fun_Collect. So a really cool pop that gives us a first look at Thor at the very beginning of the movie.
100%, man. Next up, this one's made by MySpoptify. We have a look at the training montage Thor, and I personally love this. He's got the cap on that says strongest Avenger. Obviously, Thor can never, ever let that go, so I love that.
Definitely.
Next up, we have an updated look at Star-Lord, and the reason I like this one so much is the fact that it has, like, not a base, but it has these, like, rocks at the bottom, so it's almost like a little scene within a normal pop. This one's made by Fun_Collect and absolutely crushed it.
Couldn't agree more. Next, we have Gore with the Necro Sword. Now, this is a really cool pop. This is before he has, his cloak or cape, hood, whatever you want to call it. This is made by Christie's Custom, and it is an awesome pop.
Yeah, man. Next up on the list, we actually have one of the moments I was very, very sad about at first. So we have a look at Valkyrie holding Thunderbolt, but what's sad about it is we have Korg's face on the bottom. So this one's made by Fun_Collect as well. And when I saw this in the movie and we saw Korg crumble apart, we thought he was gone. I was like, no, but ended up being super funny. So
Exactly. I couldn't agree more. Next, we have the Asgardian of the Galaxy. Now, this goes back again to the beginning of the movie, but it was just a really cool pop concept of Thor partnering up with the Guardians of the Galaxy. This one made also by My.Spoptify.
Yeah, man. Next up, we have a look at probably the most jealous moment of the entire movie. I don't think there's a person out there that wouldn't want to look like this nude Thor when he gets the wind and the clothes knocked off of him. This one's made by What Now Pops.
Yeah, no, a really cool pop, and I also like that they think that this would be an OnlyFans exclusive, so
Love
definitely
that.
Really cool all around. Next, we have Thor with the Thunderbolt. This is made by Separtis.pop, and it's more of an art piece, and then we have a chase version where, before the show, we thought the best word to describe it was it looked more electrified, so a couple really cool art pieces by Separtis.pop.
100%, my man. Moving on, I honestly love this, and every pop that involves Pegasus I think is a thing of beauty. We have a look at Jane riding Pegasus, made by J Riz Custom Designs.
Definitely really cool, and her relationship with Valkyrie, it was really neat.
It was
and
fun.
If you have the Valkyrie from Endgame right next to the Jane on Pegasus, they would go very well together. All right, second to last, we have Love. This is made by Minter_766, and I really like this pop because it almost looks like the Thor versus Thanos scene. It looks like the Thor where, the lightning would be the stand. Obviously, she has Stormbreaker, so it is a really cool pop.
I love how much Funko uses the lightning as bases. I think that's really neat. Next up and last on the list, pretty comical moment as well. We know there's a god for everything, including Bao, god of dumplings, made by Pop.Seps.
Yes, so definitely an awesome pop to end this list on. Guys, so we are going to start off with number one. We have Thor with Thunderbolt. This is made by Marvel.Funko_fans. Really cool concept pop. We have Thor in his getup, accompanied by Zeus's Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt! Yes, sir. Next up, we have a look at the two main characters of the entire movie. We have a glow-in-the-dark 2-pack of Thor and the Mighty Thor made by Fun_Collect. And I love the use of the lightning in this with the chain whip. Like the whole thing just looks awesome.
Couldn't agree more. Next, we did have one of these on our last list, but another creator also wanted to do their rendition of Jane on Pegasus. This one is made by Fun_Collect, and again, a really cool pop ride.
like we said in the previous video, man, I love anytime Pegasus utilized. I think it's a super cool pop. But moving on in the list, we have another look at the antagonist of the movie. We have Gore, made by Christie's.Custom.
Definitely nothing, no extra weapon or anything, just a nice clean look at Gore. Next, we have Thor. I didn't know whether to say on the Shadow Realm or in the Shadow Realm because it's kind of just a mini planet. Gave me a lot of Rick and Morty vibes from that one episode. But we have Thor on the Shadow Realm, and this is made by DIX Concepts.
Love the Rick and Morty reference, my man.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a look at Eternity, and this is made by Pop.Eyes. This one reminds me a lot of like the Spirit Mufasa.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
I
a
see
darker color. I think that's super cool.
No, definitely. I think this would be a really cool pop to add. Next, one of the more comical ones on the list, we do have Dwayne, another one made by DIX Concepts. But yes, we have Dwayne, the what is Korg again? Cronin?
Oh, yeah.
Dwayne the Cronin, Dwayne the Rock.
I love that, man.
Really cool.
Absolutely, man. I thought that was honestly the funniest moment of the movie. I thought the mustache was hilarious. But
yeah.
Next up, we have a look at Hercules. So this one also does have a chase where he is wearing a helmet, and this is made by Pop.Eyes.
Yes, two really cool concepts. Obviously, we didn't get a crazy long look at Hercules, but these pops would have to be added, especially if you bought Zeus. This would go well right next to him. Next, we have pretty much our only scene from either of these two lists. We have Thor in Love. This is from the very end of the movie. They're jumping into the air, lightning around them. Thor has Mjolnir, Love has Stormbreaker, and it's just an awesome uncle-niece moment.
I would even consider father-daughter, man. That relationship is something more than that. They're close there. But
it's definitely going to grow.
100%. But moving on, RIP, we have a look at Heimdall, man. I loved seeing him in this at peace where he belonged and in Valhalla, man. Good for him. This is made by DIX Concepts, and I love this moment from the movie.
Definitely. And to round off both part 2 and the entire Thor Love and Thunder pop concept list, we have kind of like a comic cover look.
I like that it's a comic.
Yes, definitely. Made by Daniel Reyes. This is a really cool comic cover, and definitely one. I don't know if I'd buy a pop, but it would look really cool, literally as a comic hanging on the wall. So definitely really cool.
100%, my man.
Yes. So everybody, we really appreciate you coming in for part 2, the final part of this Thor Love and Thunder Funko Pop concept list. Big shout out to the creators. This couldn't be possible without them. They did an incredible job on every single one of these. But thank you very much for tuning in. But until then, guys, like always, make sure to keep it popping.